Hey folks, so I'm going to try to show you in this tutorial how to use the Google Earth app to complete the Eratosthenes model assignment. So in this assignment, you're expected to draw on a piece of poster board a map of ancient Egypt and indicate the lines between cities and so on. So I downloaded the Google Earth app on the Play Store. You can also use it on the website. By default, it takes me to my current location, which is great. There I am in my classroom. But of course, this isn't where we want to start. We want to actually start in Egypt. So I'm going to type in Egypt and search. And once I find Egypt, my Google map kindly takes me over across the world to the other side of the world in Africa here and to Egypt. Now, you're expected to do a couple of things, but to begin with, it's going to help to get the right lines up. At some point, a little bit later in this process, you're expected to draw the Tropic of Cancer. So we need to figure out where that is. And so if I click on the link in the top left and I go to Map Style, down here at the bottom, there's an option that says Turn on Grid Lines. And I'm going to do that. So I'm going to turn on my grid lines, go back to Map Style, and now you see these grid lines, including the very important Tropic of Cancer. Okay, so what I'm expected to note on my map is 3 cities: Cairo, Alexandria, and Aswan. And so if I zoom in a little bit, thankfully these all show up pretty quickly on my app. You'll notice here in the top, it's kind of the northwest, I have Alexandria, Cairo up there in the north, but a little south of Alexandria. And then down in the bottom here, I have Aswan. So in your assignment, you're supposed to figure out the distance from Alexandria to Aswan, drawing a line with a ruler. I'm going to do it from Alexandria to Cairo to show you the tool, but I want you to do this on your own. So how do you do it? Well, you click on the little ruler tool in the top right, and once you do that, a little shiny, bullseye shows up, giving you a spot to add a point. And I'm going to drag it so that that bullseye lands on top of Alexandria. Once that site lands on Alexandria, I'm going to click Add Point, and it drops a point on Alexandria. Then I'm going to move it over to Cairo and drop a point there. And you can see even before I drop the point, I have the answer. It's about 177 kilometers. Now, of course, Alexandria to Aswan is a little bit different, but that's what you're going to do. So again, in your assignment, you have the Tropic of Cancer, you have these cities. Essentially, you draw this map, and then you attach your sticks to it. Finally, one last thing you're expected to do is figure out the latitude and longitude of all 3 of these major cities: Aswan, Alexandria, and Cairo. Double click on the city and it'll bring it right into the center. And once it brings you into the center of your city, it'll tell you in the very bottom left in small little numbers your your exact latitude and longitude. So for Alexandria here, it looks like it's about 31 degrees north and it's about 29 degrees 56 minutes to the east. I'll do the same thing for Cairo. I zoom out a little bit here so I can find Cairo. Double click on it and it brings me in, centering Cairo for me here. And if I put Cairo right in the middle, it tells me it's at 30 degrees north and only 15 degrees east. Do the same for Aswan and you have all of the information you need. And that's it. The 3 skills you need: drawing a line, putting in the Tropic of Cancer, and figuring out the latitude and longitude. Good luck. Let me know if you have questions.